Tutorial, I will show you how to use the AlgoTouch system to create programs by demonstration. First, I will show how to record actions, create a macro operation, then show how to create a single loop program by recording the actions, by saying how to create conditional statements, how to define exit conditions, how to define the initialization of the variables, and then we will test the created program. The system can be used to record a sequence of actions. For instance, here I've got two indexes, I and j, and I want to swap the values corresponding, that is 92 with 25. So I will record the actions to do this, starting the recording. So put AI in TMP, put AJ in AI, put back TMP to AJ, and stop. I can verify that I've swapped the two values, for instance 25 and 92. And if I change the value of j and I and swap again, 45 and 74 will give 74 and 45. In fact, I've created a small program to swap AI and AJ. This small program is called a macro, and I can give it a name or rename it. For instance, here, swap, to swap AI and AJ. And then I will be able to reuse it in another program. Let's write a program that reorders two consecutive values if they are not increasing. So for instance 74 here and 59 must be reordered. So I will record the sequence of actions to do this, but I don't know if I need to swap or not, so I have to use a comparator which looks like a scale, and I will compare AI and AJ. The system tells me that AI is heavier than AJ and asks me what is the appropriate conditions. So AI greater than AJ is okay. So if AI is greater than AJ, I want to swap. So I double click here to swap the values, and this is done. Then, to be able to use it for the next step, I will increase j and increase I and stop. Now to verify that it works, I have to play it again. In this case, the system tells me that 74 is not greater than 83. So the sequence of actions that I've recorded before cannot be used. And the system asks me what are the instructions or actions to do in this case. As you can see on the right here, when I used the scale, the system generates the operation in the case of AI was greater than AJ. I had to swap. But in the other case, it says to me that I have to do the right actions to do it. So I say, okay, I'm going to do this. But in fact, I have nothing to do when AI is less than AJ. So I double click here to close it. So now on the right, on the program, I can see that the to do comment has disappeared. Now the system knows what to do in the two cases of the if statement. So for instance, now I can do the system again, So 83, 83 is okay. 83 and 25 will be reordered. 83 and 44 will be reordered. 83 and 94 will stay like this. Here, now I can say that J is out of the array, so it means that I cannot continue to re-execute the loop. So it means that I want to exit the loop in the situation that J compared to the size of the array is greater than or equal to the array. So the system has generated here instructions saying that we can do the loop until J is greater than or equal to the length of A. Now I have to define how to start the loop. In this area here, I have no instructions. I have to do what to be done to start the loop. So I will record this. So I have to initialize I with 0 and J with 1. So here, that is done. Now the program is completed and I can execute it from the beginning. So here I will go step by step, that is playing only one part of the algorithm at a time. So first the from part to initialize A and J, then testing if I continue, then doing the swap if necessary, no, then testing again, then doing the swap, then testing, doing the swap, testing, doing the swap, testing, doing the swap, and automatically executing the program until it terminates. So now I've done a pass on the array to reorder partially the array. It is possible now to modify the values of the array to see if the algorithm works. So I'm going to shuffle the content of the array and run the execution again. Initialization and then doing the reordering if necessary.